Hey, welcome to the BushWookiesPro podcast. I'm Killmaster X88 or Jareth. We've also got TorqueX92 or James.
Hey, what's up, guys? And no, I do not have a tiny penis like Gold Glove.
Wow, that was cute. Also, we've got Insanity Freak or John. Say hi.
Hello, Governor. I'm not British, but that's okay.
Anyway, got a couple topics to talk about today. First off, we have Dead Island. I don't know if anyone's heard about that, but
That podcast literally, or that trailer literally sent chills up my spine.
I know, man. I mean, it was arty, but like it was arty in a good way. But they didn't show off any kind of. I mean, I know it was a teaser trailer, but they didn't show off any gameplay or anything. It was very nice, though, really cool looking, and actually kind of scared me, to be honest.
did you watch it rewound or whatever?
What do you mean? You mean did I like try and play it backwards or something?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
they have
there's an
the
actual one. Yeah.
yeah they have it on YouTube to where you can watch it backwards, and it's crazy because like he like goes to town on that zombie with an axe.
Hell yeah, he does. He like fucking rips that guy's head off pretty much.
Really? I just watched the normal trailer. I think it was on Huppet because I find everything on Huppet. Huppet's like Jesus for me, and I'm an atheist, so that doesn't make much sense. But it works. Trust me.
But the thing I love is this game was announced in 2007, and it was announced as an Xbox 360 exclusive. Like it was just going to be on the 360, and of course the PC because PC gets their own little rights to stuff. But and then they've come out with this teaser and they announced it's going to be on the PS3, and PS3 fanboys and all those people go crazy, and I don't know. I think it's going to take the place of Left 4 Dead and Dead Rising.
I can't see that. Left 4 Dead made a huge impact when it first came out, and you
Yeah,
can't
but
really.
Left 4 Dead is kind of, I don't know, like
It's old.
Left 4
It's
Dead is
old.
kind of dead.
Yeah,
If you ask me.
exactly.
It's not. I don't think it's dead. I personally, when I first played it, I thought it was the greatest thing on earth, and I mean the first one. I never played the second one. I heard it was pretty cool, but they said I've heard like it's not as good as the first one. Yeah, well,
It's
neither was
better.
Bioware. What?
I think it's better. I'm not gonna lie. The
It's
thing,
got better gameplay.
the thing with a zombie game is, it's zombies, so it's gonna be repetitive as it is, but you have to throw in quite a few little, you know, things here and there to keep people interested, or else it's too much repetition. And with Left 4 Dead 1, you literally had like four things you had to worry about, and it was always the same thing. There was going to be a tank in this mission. There was going to be three tanks at the final mission. I mean, it's really repetitive. So like in number
Oh
two,
no no. I don't agree because they had that one thing that everyone talked about when it first came out was the AI director that changes everything on every map all the
no,
time,
it
which
it
is
changes it. It puts them in different places, but people
Exactly.
still know.
I mean, they're always going to be there. It's just they're not always going to be in that same spot. Like
Exactly.
on Left 4 Dead 2, I can't remember which one it is. I'm thinking it may be the first level actually. There's almost always a tank in the second part of that first level.
Yep.
And but it's not always in the same spot. Like sometimes it'll be at that little tent where the medical tent is. Sometimes it'll be busting out of that door at the very bottom of the hill. It I don't know. It's just it seems very boring and predictable to me.
I completely
I
agree.
I don't personally.
Well,
I've never
actually, no,
played.
no, no. I take that back. Like number two had a couple things that I will say kind of, I don't know, were better than in number one. For example, everyone makes a big deal about witches, so they put in one mission where it's literally like nothing but witches.
I will
That
agree there.
shit, that shit was amazing. It was hard. It was something completely unexpected. It's something that in number one, most people even thought of. Most people, and I know this from like the people I played with. Man, wouldn't it suck if you had a whole level just full of witches? Hell yeah, it would. And guess what? They fucking brought it to you. Right?
They literally had a level where all the enemies were witches.
Well,
No,
no,
there was
you
other enemies also.
but yeah, there were tons of witches in it. Like you had to get through this place, and it was pouring down rain, so it was already hard to see. And like, they were witches all in the fields. It was crazy.
See, I think my problem with it is I play consoles mostly, and Left 4 Dead and games like Left 4 Dead are mainly PC games because you can mod the game. That's what the longevity comes from, is being able to mod the game. And even then, some people still just play it normally. And for us console gamers, it's always going to be the only kind of modification we get is the downloadable content, which is usually money out of our pockets. So it's like, fuck you, Valve, middle finger. But even so, Valve is kind of one of the best game companies out there.
Well, they are. I'll give them that. They definitely they made the zombie game noticeable in the console community. And yeah, I can't think of who made Dead Rising, but when they came out with Dead Rising 2, they definitely gave Left 4 Dead a run for their money. But those games just get so boring after a while. You're
Yeah.
running through the same thing every single time.
Devil's
I pr-
advocate though, I love that we say that, but I know there have been times where I wake up and even though it's the same thing over and over, the one reason a zombie game will always sell is because there's always going to be that morning when you wake up and go, I'd really like to fucking chop off a zombie's head right now. And you know what? Left 4 Dead. I don't care if it's the same shit. It's why we play Nazi zombies and shit on, Call of Duty.
That's
it's
true.
why we, it's why we cut ourselves day after day against fucking snipers hitting hidden in bushes.
Yeah, we
If you're
can't hate
playing
on
Battlefield,
snipers.
Yeah, I snipe. What the hell?
But okay, here's I think COD and Treyarch is really attempting to go at the zombie community with their Nazi zombies and shit like that. And I think they came up with a better outlook on the whole zombie apocalypse thing than Left 4 Dead or Dead Rising ever has. And I think that Dead Island is going to go with that same outlook.
I don't. I think that Dead Island's actually going to be a more of a story driven game than any kind of multiplayer. The thing about Left 4 Dead is that some people didn't like it because it didn't have much of a story other than, well, a simple, cheesy 1990s movie flick that no one watched because like it was direct to video or something. But the thing, and I'll quote this from a guy named Yahtzee. Don't know if you two have heard of him, but he said that you could, in Left 4 Dead, make all the zombies just panda bears, and it would still feel like a zombie game. Not sure what to make of that, but
Yo, I don't think I'd fucking run from a panda bear. Like when I play Left 4 Dead, I turn the lights out, I turn my volume up, I fucking like I get naked and shit. It's weird, but I get prepared to actually feel like it's real, real in some level. And
Yeah,
try to freak myself out. So when I hear like a witch and shit, I'm like fucking creeping around a corner and I'm actually kind of scared and shit. If there were panda bears, fuck that. I'd be like running up on that witch and shit and just ripping the shit out of her head. I try
well,
to
it's not
stay
exactly.
far
actually.
away.
I don't mean like the atmosphere. I mean more like the uh, just the general feel. If every single marathon running zombie from Kenya, ha 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 joke, um, was just a panda bear, it would still technically feel like a zombie game because all of these games are essentially what Nazi zombies, Gears of War 2's Horde mode, and Left 4 Dead are, is that they're just Horde games where you just try to. It varies, but basically it's hold out against the Horde and try to live as long as possible and not fuck anything up except them.
Well,
That's actually my biggest problem.
if you want to look at any game that's ever been released that has any sort of multiplayer or competitive side to it, it's trying to last against the horde and staying alive as long as you get. Even look at Call of Duty's multiplayer system, like the online. It's still trying to last against a quote unquote horde and lasting as long as you can.
Well, yeah, if you look at it that way, I guess. But
My biggest problem with Call of Duty zombie mode, like I will agree that's probably my favorite type of zombie game so far. Dead Island, I'm really looking forward to. Don't get me wrong, but right now, Call of Duty has my favorite type of zombies because I mean you get all this variety of weapons and shit like that, and they are managing to somehow create a kind of storyline that we're interested in. You've got those same four characters, and it's pretty entertaining. My biggest problem though is they don't have any objective. I mean, you have the turn the power on, but that's like an round 8 objective. They don't have anything that you're working to get to. You get to round 30 and stuff, and the waves start taking you an hour to beat. And what are you playing for at that point? That's my biggest problem, I'd have to say.
Playing to stay alive, I guess, is the biggest thing. My problem is I get bored easily, and
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you have
I
nothing
don't
to play
remember if
for, yeah.
no, but even so, you know how when you and me and James played that one time a while back, played Nazi Zombies, I got bored. I would troll you guys, or I would just generally be bored and
Well, John, that's kind of because you're a bitch, though. So that doesn't.
yeah, I am pretty much an asshole when it comes to Nazi Zombies. I will on 5, I will go into the elevator by myself. I will leave everyone there at the last second at the door, and I've done it multiple times, and it entertains me
Like I said, that's
because
kind of because you're a bitch. Just
it's
saying.
Yeah.
not because it's not. There's a lot of Nazi Zombies things. There's a lot of things to Nazi Zombies. If you're playing it by yourself, you're missing out on the main part, which is the having fun with your friends and ear blasting, screaming everywhere about, oh my god, watch out behind you, other bullshit like that. But the biggest part of that is having fun with friends, whether it's fucking them over or helping them. I mean, in the end, I'll help everyone, but
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
after it's like a life or death. Anyway, speaking of zombies, what's that new system game? No, that's completely off.
Oh yeah, that's great. Oh, that's on
Zombies.
topic.
That's
Jareth,
a
that's
fucking
so on
transition
topic.
right there. I don't give a shit. RWJ, you need to come see me for fucking transition. Fuck that shit.
Little transition. I love that man. I want to bang him because he has a zombie love song. Oh, that made me so hard. Anyway, you wanted to talk about
that system game. I always forget the fucking name. You guys have said it
Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Yeah.
You don't have to say it like I have Down syndrome, asshole. Just because I forget the fucking name doesn't mean I'm too dumb to understand it, jackass.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
You can keep bitching all you want. We're still gonna treat you like one.
Anyway, so this new game, isn't it? It's like released somewhere, but not here.
Well,
Right?
it actually is released here. It actually did come out on the 15th,
Oh,
like he said.
You actually found out?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna go to GameStop and see if they have it online. Actually.
I was gonna
They
say,
might have
I
it as a
haven't seen
pre-order.
it anything. So, like, I've been inside GameStop recently and I didn't see it. So,
I mean, I went there
Uh,
just the other day and got my controller, and I didn't see it. But you never know.
I haven't been to one in a couple weeks actually, so I wouldn't know. I don't go out to GameStop if I have to because both of them are full of idiots, especially the employees.
you would fit in perfect then. Anyway, what's like the point behind the game?
Point behind the game, uh,
Or even better yet, what style of game is it? Like, I haven't
it's
heard much about it. So,
it's an RPG, it's coming out of Japan, which is almost guaranteed an RPG. That being said, Japan does make some good other titles, but they're always known for the RPG side. What it essentially is yeah, it's an RPG. It's got these 4 goddesses because Japan always has a hard-on for chicks. They represent all the current game generations. There's the Wii character, there's the Xbox character, there's the PlayStation character, and I believe there's this one character who just encompasses everything, and she's got a name that sounds like, I think it's either the Sega Saturn or the Dreamcast. It's supposed to like,
It's the Neptune. It's the Sega Neptune.
yeah,
Her name is Neptune.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, thanks, man. And of course, it's a PS3 game, so there's going to probably be some Xbox bashing. But Japan isn't really big on that, and the game's probably not going to be touched.
sucks.
It does.
Xbox, it sucks. Alright, next topic, since that's not on Xbox. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
Shut
the
up,
thing
troll.
here's the thing is, it's as simple as this: take Final Fantasy and put gaming console characters in it. That's what this game
No,
is.
don't say that.
That's what it
because it's
is.
not-
It is
No,
a
it's not.
3D environment using turn-based gameplay. That is exactly what Final Fantasy is.
Final Fantasy, yes, good Final Fantasy. Yes, bad Final Fantasy is the latest game, which is, it's basically a movie, and apparently it gets good about 15,000 hours in, but you'll never get to that point because you'll hate it so much because it's so fucking slow.
Okay,
Honestly,
the
it's like-
Final Fantasy that just came out, like last year.
And I'm not talking I'm not talking the MMOs, by the way.
I know, but if you look at the Final Fantasy that came out just last year, I'm not sure what number it is. I think it may be 13.